Dan1 again, and I'm here with a video game review for a game I just finished playing. I've been playing this game for quite a while, and the game turned out to be a lot longer than anticipated, but that game is Nights in the Nightmare on the DS. Now, Nights in the Nightmare is part of the Department Heaven series, which, if you don't know what Department Heaven is, it's basically like some episodes that Sting, the developer of Nights in the Nightmare, put out. Episodes include Riviera, The Promised Land on the Game Boy Advance, Yggdrasil Union. There's one episode that's still missing, and there's another one that I forgot the name of. But this is the 4th episode, and they're all related in some way, which they don't really talk about in this game, how it's related. Let's talk about the story. The story in Nights in the Nightmare is pretty deep, and it's told in real time cutscenes, and after you beat the battle, it's told in a flashback, which kind of explains like all the previous stuff going up to that one event. So it's a really unique style. You learn a lot from the flashbacks, like characters and all that. I don't want to give too much away because the story really is amazing. There's a lot of plot twists. It's a really good story. And you play as a wisp, or the soul of the king of Wilmgard. His name is Wilmgard, and he's like the, as they call him in the game, arbitrator, which he possesses the power to like rule all the worlds, which, as that power sounds pretty good, there's other people who want that power. So basically, without giving away too much, a lot of people are trying to fight for the power, and you play as a soul trying to get back to his own body that he lost. And there's a lot of deep stuff like this. Okay. Gameplay. The gameplay takes place on an isometric grid, and it's a combination of kind of strategy elements mixed with RPG elements, mixed with shooter elements. I mean, this game is insane. As you can see from some of the footage I'm about to show, this game has crazy gameplay. Start off, like, battles don't happen spontaneously. Basically it plays out where, you get your cutscene and then a battle ensues, and then after you beat the battle, a flashback happens. But the battles range from like fighting random monsters. The monster variety isn't too deep. I mean, I only recall like a handful that they just repeated at higher levels. And then there's a lot of unique bosses. Like, the bosses are really awesome, like the character design on them, and the music is amazing. And the gameplay, you have like different classes. There's duelist, warrior, priestess, wizard, light knight, and I think I'm missing a Valkyrie. And then they have weapons specific to the classes. So you start off on the tactics screen by like selecting the appropriate weapons to use for battle, and you can strengthen them, fuse items, and you pick up key items along the way, which key items you use to recruit knights to your party. And then from there you could level up the knights, you could transfer souls and sacrifice knights, you could exile knights. I mean, it's a lot. It's a really deep system, and that's why a lot of people like haven't, like, kind of gave up on the game, is because the game is so deep gameplay wise. Like, you really have to commit to it. I mean, it takes about like an hour to get through the basic tutorial, so it's crazy. Music. The music is where Nights in the Nightmare really shines. I mean, the music just blew me away. There's a huge variety of music. Some of the boss battle music is just epic. I mean, you could tell how much I love the music because I played this game hooked up to my stereo with an audio jack from the DS. That's how much I love the music, so I could hear it like louder and crystal clear. And man, it was amazing. I mean, I'm not a big fan of like soundtrack CDs. Like, there's not many games where like I want a CD, but this is the one game where I wanted the CD, and that's why I have it. This is a CD that you get with the game. Nights in the Nightmare, Symphony of Souls. There is 39 tracks on here, which is impressive. I mean, it's got basically all the music you hear in the game. So I'm really happy to have the CD because I just, like, hands down, this is some of the best music I've heard in a video game in a long time. Like, it blows me away. And last, the graphics. The graphics in this are done in an absolutely beautiful, hand-drawn, kind of gritty sketch style. And the environments for, like, the places look very vibrant and colorful. And it's amazing detail. Like, this is one of the best looking DS games I've seen in a long time. Like, the artwork is just amazing. Which, I don't have the art book, but it did come with an art book. But that's pretty hard to find now. I wish I could get that because I love the artwork in this game. I mean, just look at this. How can you not love this artwork? This artist has done other work for other games, which I can't remember. I think he did one of the Final Fantasy games. Like one of the Final Fantasy Tactics games or something like that. But he's really come a long way. And the artwork is just amazing. Small gripes with the game. My small gripes with this game are like kind of really small. Like, I really love this game, but just small things like when you're using the touchscreen and you have to select like items, you might accidentally select like a knight to attack, which you don't want to do. It wastes time. And then they have like a scroll bar, which the scroll bar is way too small. It like messes up all the time. But other than that, it's truly an amazing game. And overall, I would think this is a really, really amazing game that you must play if you're a fan of RPGs. If you have a DS, please do yourself a favor and pick this game up. You won't regret it. You just have to get past that really, really long learning curve because it's got a steep learning curve. It's one of the deepest and most kind of confusing systems you'll ever have to learn. But definitely play this game, and it takes about, for my playthrough, it took about a little over 16 hours. So it's a pretty hefty RPG. But if you like RPGs, thank you for watching, and as always, subscribe. Later.